So about I think a week or a couple of weeks ago, Capcom, one of my favorite game developers.
That's about to bless me with
the Capcom leaks.
The Capcom leaks. You gotta love them.
Dragon's Dogma 2, bro.
Capcom sucks at keeping secrets really bad, but this was actually a cyber attack on them, and so all their employees' emails and certain documents got leaked. And inside those documents, they had a couple of games. Basically, it showed off all the games they're working on up until 2025. So, I'm just going to read the list of all the games to you guys, and then I'm going to get y'all opinions. So, the games are Resident Evil Outrage, and that's coming in 2021, Q quarter. I know JJ's going to be happy for this one. Dragon Dogma 2 coming in 2002. Street Fighter 6. I know Andre and the rest of you.
God, they're
yep.
Gonna make a 6?
Yep, 6 is coming in 2022. Rocket Man, aka Mega Man. Rocket Man is the Japanese name of Mega Man.
Rockman, my boy. You mean Rockman.
Oh, my apologies. Rockman. Rocky Boy. Or we're just going to call him Mega Man. Mega Man is supposed to be coming out in 2022.
Wait, which Mega Man?
I think this is called Mega Man. I think Mega Man March or just a Mega Man. I think this is just a remake of Mega Man or remastered. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's just a working title. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know what it is. And then we have, I wish Andre was here for this, Resident Evil 4 Remake coming in 2022. I'm extremely excited about that one. Then we have other Andre's favorite franchise, Monster Hunter 6. That's coming in 2023. Then we have Biohazard, aka Resident Evil Apocalypse, coming in 2023.
Hey.
We don't know what the hell that means, but whatever. Then we have Super Street Fighter 6, coming in 2023. Then Final Fight Remake, 2024. Now, this one is going to have everybody excited. Power Stone Remake, 2024.
Let's go.
Let's go. And then...
Power Stone.
Yeah, but who played the original Power Stone? Like, nobody had a fucking Dreamcast.
I actually played it.
Let's go.
It's really fun. And then we have Ultra Street Fighter 6 coming in 2024. And then last, but certainly not least, another Resident Evil game. Resident Evil Hulk. For those that don't know, Hulk is that character, that agent from the Resident Evil series. And that's coming in.
Hulk? His name is Hulk?
Hunk.
Whatever. Hunk. Like a hunk of meat.
Yeah, Hunk.
Oh.
The agent, the what you call that guy? The Umbrella agent dude.
Who kills everybody.
Yeah, who kills everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
all
getting...
I gotta say is I am super disappointed that there is no Beautiful Joe on this list.
Facts.
I will say for my viewers, there is, from what I've gathered, there is more stuff that was leaked, such as I think there was a Devil May Cry 2 remake or 2 reboot, whatever. But I'm not gonna get into that. But for you guys, what game out of this list are y'all excited to play? Or like, how do y'all feel about leaks? Because you know, some of us don't like them, some of us love them because they give us great gifts like this. So how do y'all feel? I'm gonna take it to who did I start off first with? James, I started off first with. Okay, so you don't get to start first, James. Shut the fuck up. All right, love you, but I'm gonna start it off with.
Okay.
I'm gonna start it off with you, JJ. So, what game are you excited for? I already know what game you're excited for. You. I already know what game you're excited.
That was a terrible choice.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon's Dogma. To this date, Dragon's Dogma has the best boss battles in any video game I've ever played. It is so fun. Like, I love Dragon's Dogma. The story is kind of weird, but it's interesting at least. Like, especially for the era it came out. Like, for PS3, Xbox 360 era, where all games were like boring, gray trash, Dragon's Dogma was a nice splash of color and interesting like gameplay mechanics to just come out in the 2010s. So I am really, really excited for the second one. They came out with like a MMO that was Japan only that I kind of wanted to play, but I just wish it was for another single player game. So now that I see this is coming, like, oh God, please, because I know that they re-released it a couple times recently. They had the Netflix show, so I know there's like interest at Capcom to like with the brand. So I was kind of expecting some news, but it's good to actually have it in writing.
Oh yeah, you guys got a fucking show, and I still can't get my Devil May Cry anime,
Dude,
but whatever.
There already is a Devil May Cry anime. What are you talking about?
Shut up! I know, but that one only fills in gaps of like Dante growing up. Shut up.
But at least it was good. The Dragon's Dogma bat is so bad, man. It is really bad. Oof. It's just kind of horrible. Has barely anything to do with the game, but I'm not gonna go into that. How I feel about leaks? I couldn't care. If it gives me information that I want, okay. If it doesn't give me anything I care about, all right.
Why am I not surprised? Honestly, and I'm gonna just throw in the third question for you guys. What game would y'all have liked to seen on this list, or wanted to see them actually make?
You heard me blurt it out before, but like Beautiful Joe, I want that to get a comeback. You know, it's like Beautiful
needs
Joe
to come back.
Same. Pujo.
Yeah.
Pujo. Yeah. Also, it would have been a dark horse, but Mega Man Legends. Would have been like a nice little. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
you can laugh. A man can dream.
A man can dream.
Man can dream.
Man, you had that.
Easier things have happened.
Wait, JT, what were you saying?
Oh, I didn't say much. Out of the list of games, it sounds like the Resident Evil ones sound interesting always.
Which one? There's like 3. Wait, 4?
Look. It's Capcom. They're gonna suck off. They're gonna suck off. For how long is it? They're just going to squeeze that game dry, son. So any Resident Evil is gonna be good. I don't know about that Monster Hunter because Monster Hunter World is here and they keep updating that shit.
That's a good question.
Another one.
Yeah, like they got Monster Hunter World and then like what? Isn't there Monster Hunter like after Iceborne? It was Monster Hunter something. So.
Yeah, there is another Monster Hunter that's out. That's coming out soon, and that's for the
Monster Hunter Rise, I think.
Yes.
Right. What is that on all consoles, right?
Switch.
No, I think that might be only on Switch.
It's on Switch only, but all right, we'll talk about that.
So it's just Monster Hunter for Switch.
Well, yeah.
All right. So not much to worry about that. Yeah, the Resident Evil ones just sound good. Capcom is just gonna squeeze out the regular stuff that they've been putting out. So I'm kind of surprised that they're making a Street Fighter 6. That's kind of surprising. I thought they would just stay with 5 and keep updating that. But I'll look forward to that Street Fighter 6. I guess if they can add in more characters, especially some returning characters would be nice. A couple characters from 4 would be nice up in there if they can do that.
I'm trying to think what I would like to see Hakan back from 4. just out of curiosity.
He was interesting. Yeah, he was interesting. He was like big red dude. He uses oil. He just oil you up. Personality. Yeah, he had a good personality. He had a good voice and everything.
My son had like
Interesting
11
character.
kids, my nigga, from some beautiful women. My dude. My son never had to take
Yo,
a child support.
never.
Never.
And as a Capcom game that I would have liked to see come back is, of course, freaking their fighting games, Darkstalkers. Like, why?
Oh,
Please.
oh, my soul. we, oh my god,
Please, Capcom. I don't
that jerk hurt
understand
my
why
soul.
Capcom cannot just use these characters that people love, that people like remember, especially in a fighting game. Like, oh Jesus Christ,
All right.
Darkstalkers, please.
Mm. For those of my viewers that don't know what Darkstalker is, think of it as like Street Fighter, but only thing with monster characters, basically.
Monster with your iconic monster characters.
Monster characters.
You got
Street Fighter Halloween edition.
Yeah, it's Street Fighter Halloween edition.
Werewolf, Succubus, a zombie. I was like, yo, this is a great cast.
It's a really
Fighting game
fun game. It's a really fun game.
You should also check out the anime because it's pretty good.
Which one are we talking about here, my brother? Are we talking about the U.S. cartoon or the anime?
The OVA, man, it's good.
Okay, I agree with you, because if you're talking about the cartoon that they had, I'm like, I don't know about that.
Cartoon is doodoo.
That cartoon.
Anime, bro. Not
Oh,
cartoon.
well, my bad. I did not hear that part. Well, all right. James, what you think about this?
Team Power Stone, another Power Stone is pretty cool. I hope they put effort into it. I hope it's not just like a mobile game or something. Like, I hope it's like an actual honest to goodness sequel. And so I'm okay. I'll have another fighting game. I hope it's like actually competitive. So I'm interested to see what they do with it. Like John said, seeing Dragon's Dogma is cool. I never played much of the first one, but it's dope to see a sequel. Is it?
Yeah, I had to get
Street Fighter 6, I have so little. I'm so cynical about the Street Fighter series. Like, I hope they go and like they freshen it up somehow, but I doubt it. I don't. They really don't have a reason to. I mean, look, they're even planning Super Street Fighter 6, so it's not like they're gonna change. Like the fact that that's like in the timeline. Like you know, for years every Street Fighter iteration is just gonna have like a DLC bundle.
I mean, that's fighting games at this
From now until the end of time, until Street Fighter is just like VR game for the Oculus or some nonsense.
I mean, that's just the fighting game industry.
Now that I'm Googling it, the character Hunk, him getting his own game kind of sounds interesting. Wondering if it'll be like more action oriented, but I don't know that much about Resident Evil, but that does sound interesting. And also, are we getting a Resident Evil 4
remake? Yes, we are getting a Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, that is gonna be crazy, because the bar is set kind of high in terms of remakes right now. So I don't know what they were going to do before, but they're going to have to hold it to games like, now they're going to have to hold to the standard of games like Shadow of the Colossus, Final Fantasy, the other one we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Blue Point are the kings of remakes. Blue Point are the kings of remakes.
Yeah, Demon Souls. Like Demon Souls. Look at Demon Souls. Demon Souls is like probably the most recent example, like a really overhauled kind of remake.
And Blue Point.
So it's gonna have to be like, really like depth, or they could pull something. No, I doubt it. It's probably gonna be the new coat of paint. But they're definitely gonna have to try and like overcome it, because I'm not on the Resident Evil 4 hype train, but I know it is very beloved and is deserved. So.
Oh yeah, I have a lot to say on this list, but
I guess when it comes to leaks, I don't care as long as it's not story leaks. I do think story leaks matter because I don't care what anybody says. You seeing a story before it's like, and it's like it's one that it wants to be in. That's kind of ruining it. You can't really experience the story again like a new medium unless you just completely forgot. If it's just like dates and whatnot, it's like who cares? Like people are like, oh, with the hype, it's like it's $1 billion companies. We should not be feeling sorry about like, oh, the hype that these companies build with their games because that's how they make their money and that's how people get swindled, you know.
But I would
rather it be like this, like, oh hey, like let's see what's coming out and then be hyped for like how good the gameplay is, you know.
I would say, just to interject for 1 second, I would say the hype is like one of the coolest parts about like gaming because like there's certain games that you never expect to come back, and when they come back and you see the announcement, you're like, what? Like,
okay, see,
I'm gonna use Devil
now
May
that
Cry
we're older though,
I'm gonna use Devil May Cry 5 as an example because I never thought in a million years that we were gonna get a sequel to Devil May Cry.
Wait, 1 second.
Like, I would have never imagined we have gotten another Devil May Cry game, and this is just. I just gave up hope. I was like, Capcom's not making any Devil May Cry. They don't care about how I feel. And then what was it? 2008 E3. For those that don't know what E3 is, that's like Christmas for video games. It's like they announce a bunch of brand new games, and just seeing that on the Xbox stage and them saying like have Ep0 son and Matt Walker, the producer and the game director of Devil May Cry 5, come out and be like, yo, Devil May Cry is back. We apologize for the reboot, and we promise it's gonna live up to your expectations.
If I had like known how you felt about not getting another Devil May Cry, I would have handed you a little hope. I would have been like, nah, they're gonna make another one, bro. Because I felt that in my heart. I 5 had to come, son.
I had no faith.
Nah, I had some faith because I was like, it's been too long. Graphics for games are getting so much better. They have to give me a Dante messing it up with the nunchucks and everything in high graphical fashion. Like they can't just be they can't just let Dante wild out in Marvel's Capcom all damn day.
I mean, but they did that. They do that for fucking Darkstalkers.
Yo, cause what? Unless you're playing the old Devil May Cries or unless you're playing Marvel's Capcom, you're not doing cool Dante shit. Like Dante is nowhere else in no other game doing cool stuff. So in his own game, DMC5 just going wilding out in high graphical fidelity is amazing, and I was like, Capcom got to do it. Capcom has to do it.
That is true.
And adding in that motorcycle was just
But we're not even gonna get into weapon. Yo,
that weapon is just the icing on the cake. Cause that was like,
the icing on the cake.
How do you ride this crap and do combos, and then you want to do combos with your Dante, my man.
This game, but James, continue what you were saying. What game did you wish on this list or that they were making? James.
Oh, James is.
Repeat that again.
I was saying, James is like, nah, son, screw this, fuck off. Nah, I was saying, what game would you have liked to see?
Oh, what I'd like to see on here, like we talked about, Beautiful Joe would have been great. Darkstalkers. We're getting
describe Beautiful Joe as a game.
Beautiful Joe is, again.
Beautiful Joe is.
It's most of what I like. It's a guilty pleasure because I like the comic book aesthetics, like how unashamedly stylish it is. Like I love games that are not afraid to just be very like stylish and just very, very personality forward. Like it's very, very aware of what it is.
Smoking 6 style. It's triple S.
Yeah.
You guys are making me want to play my copy of that game right now. Like, man, y'all making me.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell it was a passion project because it made like no money. But somehow it got a sequel and got an anime, you know. So it's like, hey,
Okami made no money, but is a fucking passion project.
Okami made no money.
Oh, bro, made no money.
For those that don't know
Crazy.
what you're talking about, Beautiful Joe was like this old, like I said, beat 'em up movie / comic book game, and it was so fun. It was from the same creator who did Devil May Cry. So.
And just tell everybody to boot up their Marvel's Capcom. Go on to Capcom.
Yeah, just boot up 3, put Beautiful Joe, and that's the character.
Actual game.
But yeah.
You know what game I want a sequel for? Vanquish. I don't think it's a Capcom game, but I would want a sequel.
It's a Platinum game. Platinum
that's
is.
Why.
For those that don't know, Platinum is another Japanese studio that.
Oh, wait a minute! I just remembered. Hang on. Was it Captain Commando on there?
I think that was in the other list.
That was on the leak list, right?
Yes, there's more. I want to preface this to the viewers. There are more stuff that was leaked, but this is the ones I found. But there were more stuff that were leaked. So keep that in mind, viewers.
Yeah, I just like, what's up with that? Like, who in the Capcom command was like, yo, I know we got all of this going on, son.
Remember,
this Captain Commando bit at. I literally cannot imagine how that's gonna be. Is it gonna be like an action game, like Devil May Cry? Is it gonna be like its own new IP? Is it gonna be like kind of like comic booky? Is it basically just gonna be like an HD remaster, like a mobile game? Like them trying to bring back Captain Commandos are pretty cool.
I don't even know what game Captain America he's in.
Marvel's Capcom.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Number 2.
I don't know what game franchise is he. Or
it was his own franchise. It was a beat 'em up game. It was a beat 'em up.
Oh, that's why.
It was a beat 'em up similar to like Scott Pilgrim or Pilgrim, River City Girls, River City Ransom.
Bro, Scott Pilgrim's coming back. I'm so excited for that.
Listen.
Side note, yeah, that's cool.
Nobody cares. Except y'all too. Nobody cares.
I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, they do. It was great.
I guess.
Still do not really enjoy that movie like other people do. I do not see the.
Yo, that movie is so good. Yo, we're gonna talk about that later. We getting off subject.
I don't know. For years, I just be hearing people say so many good things about Scott Pilgrim, and then I watched the movie like a good 2-3 times. I'm like,
that movie's so good. Anywho, we're not gonna get into that. Roy, last person. Roy, what's your opinion on?
He hasn't gone yet.
No, I've been waiting.
Okay.
Roy, what's your opinion?
I think we all know what I'm looking forward to is that it's
that Mega Man.
That Mega Man. I told you, stop dreaming.
You no.
Stop dreaming.
JT sent me. I am looking forward to Mega Man. It is the game.
Yeah,
he on the path to gaming. It is the game. Like I would have never. I literally would have never met any of you without that game. I literally would have never been interested into technology. I wouldn't have been interested in the gaming. I wouldn't have even thought about any shit. Mega Man got me started with everything. It is the definition of my childhood.
It seems like it.
It is
that's
Devil May Cry. It's my Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
I feel like May Cry. It is when I saw fucking JT send the fucking link, I was like, I had to take a seat because I was like, this isn't happening right now.
Yeah, no,
I don't think this is happening right now.
Because he basically spoke that into existence. I was like, nah, out of all the Mega Man stuff, Battle Network coming back, I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I think you'll get a Mega Man game. Yeah.
I started staring at my fucking games again because I'm like, I'm praying on everything that we get this game.
That's gonna be a card. That game is gonna be a
Because
card game.
they just said Mega Man, but I am really hoping to God that it is another Mega Man Battle Royale game, or at least a remake. Like that is what I really fucking want. It's just relive my fucking childhood. I want to feel like a Final Fantasy VII player. That's I want to.
You want to feel like Max.
The moment that game drops, like I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm gonna be emotionally stable to play it. Like I don't know what's gonna happen if it drops. Like if it happens, like I might pass out because that game just has so much meaning to me.
I hope it's true. But how you feel about leaks, man? How you feel about leaks?
Leaks in general?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
general.
unless they're I don't mind unless they aren't story related. Like I don't like I like knowing what games are gonna come out, so I don't really care about that. I'm actually very happy about that. But them leaking, if they had like access to, which they probably do, but if they knew like all the story and shit, like if they did leak it, I'm like it's kind of like a dick move.
Yeah, I actually agree. I agree.
Because curiosity will kill the cat, and people will read it. Like even if you don't want to, you might just get curious and read it. Some people get control of it, but a lot of people get too curious.
Sometimes I like the technology that we have these days and how quickly we can get information, but sometimes you gotta keep it old school and not no.
Yeah.
Niggas just do they shit. Drop it and then you can hate it or love it. But you gotta sometimes keep it a little old school and see the leak, ignore the leak maybe, but if it's a leak that you don't mind, like as we all said, we don't care much about like dates or nothing. If it's story stuff, yeah, that kind of sucks. Anything else is like, yeah, especially if you don't want to know and you just want to live in that moment when you get the game and play it yourself, so you can have your own unbiased opinion.
I think that if we do get it, I'm gonna be just sitting in my room crying like I did when you.
Nah, Roy, I wouldn't even judge you because I did that for Devil May Cry. I was like,
some people thought I was joking, but like when I popped in Gravity Rush 2, because I pre-ordered that shit. When I popped it in, I started playing it, and I got to that one scene where Kat gives her wealth to this really poor village. Like, yo, I started crying so fucking hard, I had to fucking turn off the TV in the game. I was like,
yo, that's the power of video games.
This game makes me so happy.
Yo, that's the power of video games, viewers. Make you cry. But, alright, as for me, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, the thing I don't like about this list is Street Fighter.
Oh, Jahi, wait a minute.
What happened?
The game that I would like to also see on this.
Oh right, I forgot. Sorry.
It's also Beautiful Joe for me.
Y'all all saying Beautiful Joe. I agree though. Beautiful Joe needs to make some type of comeback, even if they just remastered or give you guys a collection of the original games. I think that would be nice to just show like
a shitty re-release. Like that's all.
Yeah.
I just want to play it. I don't even care. It doesn't have to be like a Blue Point level remake. Just give me some Beautiful Joe.
Yeah, like
I want it.
Or even if it's like an indie game, like make it into like a kind of like an indie game. I don't know how you guys would feel about that. Like a low budget kind of like Beautiful Joe game that's like not that high budget, but yeah, I don't know how would you guys feel about that, but I think that would be fine. In terms of the game that I'm kind of like not happy with, Street Fighter 6 having multiple releases. Like that is like bonkers. Like we even see gameplay, and they already have like 3 different versions of this shit. And
it's not surprising.
Yeah, it's like Capcom. But it's like, come on, guys. It's like, I don't want to.
Didn't they make fun of it, like with Dead Rising? Like, oh, the super ultra.
Yeah, they're self-aware.
They're aware of it. Yeah, definitely aware. I think they just don't care, and I think they just know people are gonna buy it.
I mean, you got the tournament people who fight and win money, and the Capcom Cup, which is basically a tournament for those that don't know. So I get it, but at the same time,
you're just re-releasing the same game. Now that we're getting to a point where people are like, as the consoles go on, and people are getting like, getting to the point where graphics don't matter that much, and people are much more fine waiting for them to come out. Like, with the PS5 and the Xbox One, I've never seen, like, people are fiending, but it's not like, yo, I gotta get. It's like, okay, like, people can't even get them, so people are like, all right then.
I guess, but
I mean,
bigger fish to fry.
Street Fighter 6, like they do some things different from 5. Like, I hope the art maybe like change a little bit, like, because they drastically changed it from 4 to 5. So I hope they change the art maybe again.
All I'm hoping
that'd be cool. That would be cool.
Honestly, all I'm hoping is that Ken doesn't have a banana here. Alright? That's all I'm hoping for. Because niggas know.
I'm hoping it's a full game.
Yeah, it's a full game at the start too. Yeah. And like the story, and like give me an actual good story. Like, Street Fighter is not known well for its story, unless like you watch the movies and anime, I guess, whatever they were. But
gotta try though.
But I don't know, like, just it's Street Fighter. Just have niggas. It's a fighting game. Like, it's one of the oldest. It has one of the oldest street fighting game storylines ever. Tournament.
I'm just blowing them out of the water when it comes to story.
Yeah. Another round. Despite my issues with them, their stories are pretty good, or at least fun. They're at least fun to watch.
Because it goes.
I would say
something.
It goes further beyond than this is a tournament. You have niggas fighting, and that's it. Like, freaking Street Fighter was just tournament. Bison is this big bad guy with this weapon. Take him out. Like, but they never explored and like anything further than that. I don't believe.
In the anime and some of the books, they do explore certain characters.
They don't count.
Shut up. Shut up. They count.
No, last thing that counts is a Street Fighter book.
Shut up. It counts. But alright. But what I will say is, out of all the games that's on this list that I am excited for, I will say that Resident Evil 4, that Resident Evil 4 remake, man, as someone who, because of the original Resident Evil 4, fell in love with Resident Evil, yo, they gotta ace this one. You cannot destroy the game that got people into Resident Evil.
Look,
like,
man,
you cannot do that.
Any Resident Evil that just lets me play as Leon, I'm good with.
Yeah, but 4 is just like, has a special place in my heart. Like, that's my first horror game. That is also the first Resident Evil, also the first horror game I've actually ever beat. So Resident Evil 4, if you're gonna remake it, you gotta also keep that cheesy lines, all the cheesy lines, all the way.
That was like the best part of it.
Yeah, Leon.
Like, from this was somebody who didn't play it.
Yeah. Wait, you never played Resident Evil 4?
Huh?
You never.
Funny enough, I was always around people who had it and played it, but I never got a chance to play it for myself. No, I've gotten to play it, but I've never beaten it.
Yo, we're gonna make you fucking beat it, alright? Alright, I'm gonna strap you to a chair and I'm gonna make you play it. It has so many games to play, so little time. Nah, it don't matter.
This week, nobody got time.
I can't put the hours into games like that.
That game is kind of like short.
You play Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, you played Ghost of Tsushima, so shut up. Hey, Ghost of
Tsushima. And John beat it before me in like 2 days.
Oh, John.
I take my time. I cannot. Like,
I have to take James' word for that, because I gave him Spider-Man and he didn't even beat it after a year and a half.
Yeah.
Listen. All you're doing is just going through killing infected people.
I don't know. It just takes, for me to like invest like
You don't want
Like
to have
dozens
fun.
of hours, huh? What happened?
You don't want to have fun.
It's just stupid. It's just like I don't know. Like I'll have to really love a game to invest dozens of hours into it.
James, you're
I
smart.
mean, I've invested 4,000 hours of my life into making that balance.
James, I think your mic is close again. You might want to.
Yeah, fall back from your mic. I just realized that. Yeah, that game is so good. So if they're gonna remake it, you gotta come strong. But
Yeah, definitely.
in terms of a game that I wanted to see on this list, and no, it's not Devil May Cry, guys, because I know you're gonna
It's
say
gonna be Beautiful Joe.
What?
Surprisingly, it's not Devil May Cry. Even though I have
What?
I have a lot to say on Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Anywho, the game I would love for Capcom to make, and y'all already know what this is. It's called Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Can I please get Marvel vs. Capcom 4?
I agree. It's kind of sad. We're like kind of sad. Infinite kind of killed it.
Like for the viewers that don't know, Marvel vs. Capcom is a fighting game based off of the Marvel characters, and the Capcom characters duke it out. So you'll have Spider-Man, Ryu in the same game.
Does not know what Marvel vs. Capcom is should not be listening to this.
Yeah, if you don't know what Marvel vs. Capcom is, you should not be listening to this podcast.
Be reevaluating your life decisions.
Yeah, it is the funnest game you're gonna play. It's hard, but it's so much fun. But I would have loved to see a 4. Like I'm just dying for another versus series because like Infinite. We don't talk about Infinite. And JT, shut up. You should be JT, shut up because you know what made me buy that shit.
No, but look, I'm with you saying that Infinite is definitely not as great as 3.
Infinite
But
is
look,
just stale.
it's still kind of fun to play. It's still fun. It's kind of like it's still. No,
Where's the X-Men?
Stale. It gets boring fast.
Where's the X-Men?
It's still.
Where's my Wolverine? Where's my Wolverine? Where's Storm?
but yes, that's the
where's Cyclops?
The problem with the game is the roster. The roster just.
Where's Doom doing foot dives, my boy?
Where's Magneto?
Foot dives?
Where's Magneto? Give us Magneto.
Where's Magneto? Give us the curly mustache. That franchise
they took away so much from Marvel vs. Capcom. The gameplay is good on its own, but it gets stale fast.
So it has such a boring art style.
It's just boring in general. The game is
MCU inspired bullcrap. Like that's not when I think of Marvel vs. Capcom. I think of like a celebration of both Capcom IPs and Marvel IPs. And Infinite just wasn't it. So if you're gonna do a 4 should feel like
Marvel was like, we got Brie Larson. That's it.
That's pretty much
X-Men. Nah, we got Brie Larson.
We got Brie Larson.
I do agree with Jiggy that Marvel and Capcom like it should be a celebration of all the characters.
You're echoing.
Yeah, we're echoing. I know. I apologize, viewers. This is the worst podcast ever.
But and then another thing throughout Marvel's Capcom, even if you saw like good guys or bad guys, the color and everything would pop out. So you always, in my head, when I think of Marvel's Capcom, I think of all these Marvels and villains at like looking their best, It
looked like they were jumping at the comic book pages.
Yeah.
Pages. And that's what 3 literally was doing. Like it opens.
It looks like it was made in Unity.
That is true.
Like,
Hey,
so
don't
when
talk shit about
Infinite came
Unity
out,
like that, because
I can talk shit every much I want to. It's a tool, you know.
but son, when Marvel Infinite came out, you saw all these gray colors, these dark colors, and I was just like, ew, what is this? Like,
Most
this
saddest game
doesn't
I've ever
look like
played.
Marvel's Capcom. It's the idea. It's the
And,
idea.
and JT,
Like,
it is you know what's so funny about it? Because at the same year, what game came out the same year as Marvel versus Capcom Infinite? Take a wild guess.
Fighters. I know this one. I
Fighters?
don't play games. Yeah, Fighters came out the same year.
Yeah. I think
Fighters came out that same year, and Fighters looks amazing.
Yeah,
It's like,
all the
Jesus.
colors, the pop, like it's very fast paced. So just all those colors just beaming at you and shit. It's just like, damn, that looks good.
Marvel, baby. When I play DBZ, I want to say it's Marvel, baby.
Exactly.
But then you take freaking Marvel Infinite, and it's like these characters that you know and love, but they don't pop out of the screen. They're all, the color is not there, the graphic is not
Hell, the Power Rangers did it better.
Yo, like why is Battle for the Grid?
Stop! Y'all not gonna kick my. You're not gonna embarrass me on my podcast and disrespect. You're not gonna bring that game in my face.
Battle for the Grid.
You're not gonna.
Better Marvel Capcom 4.
Yo, y'all not gonna disrespect that.
Guys, JT's trying to say something. You guys are just sorry.
Yeah,
Bruh.
It's alright.
Oh my god, yo,
give you a better Marvel.
Y'all not gonna disrespect.
They keep adding new ranges and shit. Like,
shut up, yo, JT, shut up, bro. You're not gonna bring that game up in my face, bro.
They were putting back in more time ranges. I was like, who remembers the time ranges, son?
With that being said, that's it when it comes to this article. That's all I gotta say.
No problem.